Woo! USA all the way! Tage Thompson from Logan Cooley for the dub. And we're celebrating the 4th of July early today! Woo! Welcome to SLC Puck! Guess where SLC Puck is recorded, filmed, conceptualized? You have a guess for me?
USA.
The USA, the United States of America, the world champions! Woo! Welcome, everybody, to SLC Puck. I'm your host, Austin Facer. You're tuning in for episode 111 of SLC Puck, twice weekly podcast on all things hockey in the state of Utah. A lot of fellas to celebrate from the state of Utah playing today.
You kind of were doing the look like you were about to rip your shirt off again, and
I don't have anything prepared.
I was like, wait a second.
The voice you're hearing to the side is my friend, colleague, and sibling, Samantha Facer. She's helped me out. She's on Sam Cam today, a Sunday tradition on SLC Puck. Thanks for joining us, everybody. You're listening to us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Please like, comment, subscribe. And please, the same way we're supporting the boys in the red, white, and blue, you can support us here at slcpuck.shop. We got Game On founding herd pricing right now for the Big Tusk Energy. It's the lifestyle brand that powers all the fun we do here at SLC Puck. And the stuff looks great. I wear my Big Tusk Energy hat around town when I go to the bars and whatnot. And a true story, I very often get beautiful women to buy me drinks. And I say, what is this for? Why are you doing this? Like,
And they say it's the hat?
They say it's the hat.
Wow.
They like the hat a lot. They say, that hat is so cool.
Okay.
I would like to buy you a drink.
Wow.
And I say, well, who am I to say no to that?
Yeah.
So if you would like to experience that,
you should buy one.
You should buy a hat is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, hey, but you know, the hat, you know what I really love? When teams win championships and they give the hats out
Oh, yeah.
to the other team. Like that seems like a lot of fun. They were giving hats out in rich abundance right off the jump. As soon as Tage Thompson's overtime winner hit the back of the net, the hats were flying and landing on the hats of the Americans. Great visuals coming out of today's gold medal game in the IIHF World Championship, Sweden, Denmark. It was a very interesting, very defensive-minded game.
Oh, yeah.
I did a watch-along here on the SLC Pucks platforms. Big thanks to those of you who tuned in to listen to me mispronounce a few names along the way.
I'm sure.
Nino Niedermeyer is a guy who plays for Switzerland. He also plays for the Winnipeg Jets. So great game. Like I said, 1-0 victory for the United States in overtime. And 4 representatives of the Utah Mammoth played, I shouldn't say they all played. I'm pretty sure Josh Doan didn't get on the ice, but his Mammoth teammates, Clayton Keller, Logan Cooley, and Michael Kesselring all played in this one. Josh Doan still gets a medal, nevertheless. Logan Cooley, as you probably heard, had the assist on the game-winning goal by future Mammoth star Tage Thompson, right? We talked about that on the show. Not something I hated hearing or hated seeing. The chemistry between those guys. I'm sure Bill Armstrong, who's carefully vetting the situation, also felt that way. Yep. But just a couple other takeaways from that game. I thought Switzerland played a really great tournament and played a really great game. They had a 37-year-old goalie in net today, he ended up being the player of the game. I think he had 39 saves against an American team built largely, I'm pretty sure entirely of, guys who play in the NHL, some of them being very, very good players. So,
well, and didn't they say that the U.S. team was the youngest team in the tournament too?
Youngest team in the tournament. So I think that bodes really well for USA's chances in future international best-on-best games. Yeah. Good catch there, by the way. Way to go. Yeah. You do your research. You're a valuable part of the team here, Sam. But yeah, the youngest team in the tournament. I think there's a lot to be excited about. Olympics will be the next big international tournament. in the winter in Italy. I believe pretty sure they're in Italy.
I believe so.
Somewhere in Italy, right? So in between getting big old plates of spaghetti and meatballs and lasagna and riding Vespas around the countryside, I think we'll see a lot of Mammoth representatives.
Yeah.
At the tournament, and I think Clayton Keller might have punched his ticket.
Oh yeah, what a redemption for him from the Four Nations face-off. That he didn't get to play in.
Absolutely, and he got to captain the American team. I mean, I should show you some of these pictures, Sam. I don't know if you've seen these, and I'm sure our audience will really appreciate this. I have never seen Clayton Keller in all the time that I've known him smile so big. Look at this picture of him.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
He
is cheesing. I have my red tinted glasses on right now, so I can't really see it. But that is one of the biggest damn smiles I've ever seen.
Yeah.
See a lot of the fellows there. Kesselring's right there. Great. There's Josh Doan. He's living it again. I'm pretty sure he didn't get in the game today, but still, it was funny. He's got to be a great teammate. I'm sure he is. He was one of the first guys in the dog pile in the corner after Tage Thompson scored his winner. So super cool. Again, this is the first gold medal for the United States in this tournament in 92 years. So I'm going to be 33 in a couple weeks. So just about 3 Austin Facer lifetimes people have lived without an American gold in the World Championship. So super, super cool moment. Again, look, there's some more. There's a really great picture of Keller. Dude, I have what a smile.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's one more I want to show you. If I was Keller, I would get this framed in every room in my house. It's one where all the gold confetti's falling all over him. There it is, right there. Bingo. One. That's a good one. That's gonna be the thumbnail for today's episode. That's a picture right there.
Yes.
That's a frickin' picture. Yep. So, hats off to Kels and the boys for bringing home gold back to the U.S. Causing very borderline offensive patriotism, we'll say. Very obnoxious. This is not.
Yeah, I don't understand these shirts, but
they're fun. They say these colors don't run, and it's an eagle. It's a bald eagle.
Yeah,
they're fun. Right?
I left the tag on mine, so you can take it back.
Oh shoot! I should have done that. I'm stuck with this one. Dang it. So that's why you're here. You have good ideas like that. So, anyways, I thought everybody on the United States played very well. Logan Cooley came out with a lot of energy from the jump, and he gets the primary assist on the lone goal of the game. Keller was pretty active. He was taking shots. He had an attempt on net that was super, super close to breaking the game wide open, and I think it was the third period. He hit the shoulder of the Swiss goaltender, his first name's Leonardo. His last name escapes me, but he hit the shoulder, went up in the air probably about 10 feet, and then bounced behind him. The puck ended up in the crease, just sitting there. Keller was in the crease, laying there, and almost had a chance to give the United States the lead in the third period. Didn't fall, but hey, nevertheless, he still gets to raise the trophy as the United States captain. And we saw, I thought, a very typical Michael Kesselring game. Mm-hmm. And this one, I would have liked to have seen him take a shot on net, rip a slapper, all that. I'm almost positive he didn't have any shots in this game. But he showed I think why people see so much in him, and also why he probably drives Coach Tyranny a little crazy sometimes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He has these moments where it's he's okay, dude, you're the best skating defenseman I've ever seen.
Yep.
And then his next shift, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just iced the puck on bad passes 3 sequences in a row. So, one of those days for Kesselring, but he's still a guy who gets me really excited about the future for the Utah Hockey Club, and who knows, maybe that future could include a guy like Tage Thompson, right? Yeah. So that's been the hot rumor. It's not a rumor, I guess, but that's been the theory that I've been behind for quite a bit, And again, here's my rationale, right? I think the 4th overall pick that the Utah Hockey, I keep wanting to call them Utah Hockey Club.
Utah Mammoth.
I got to get used to it. The Utah Mammoth have in this year's draft, I think, is the key to this, right? Because just as an example, I think they can really leverage this as an accelerant in the process. And like I think it just makes sense to dangle this out as trade bait. Like here, the way I see it is this, right? They can keep the pick and draft a guy like Porter Martone and hope he is a guy who has a similar build to Tage Thompson. They're both big boys. I think they're around 6'5", like just big old boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could draft Martone and hope he turns into Tage Thompson. Or why don't you just trade the pick and some other stuff that was just laying around? They have an abundance of assets. They have like way too many prospects, guys they won't be able to bring up to the NHL level, guys they aren't going to be able to keep long term. Why don't you just cash those in and get Tage Thompson?
I mean, I feel like the Utah Mammoth is like ready to win a Stanley Cup now. You know, I don't know if they necessarily want a pick that's going to be a couple years down the road. You know, I think they're ready to win now.
For sure. I don't know if they're ready to win the cup, Sam. I think, but definitely ready to make the run. Mm-hmm. Yeah, go to the playoffs because, and just to sort of catch everybody up on where we're at with the playoffs, and we'll just check in with our Stanley Cup bracket here, the bracket challenge. Again, I can't see the cursor on the screen very well because of these glasses. I'm sitting in 27th in the SLC Puck 2025 bracket challenge. I'm essentially out of it. K Collier, B2, they're in first place right now. They picked the Stars to win the cup.
Except their game today against the Oilers, like...
Yeah, the Oilers took it to them, 6-1 victory for the Oilers. So Edmonton takes a 2-1 lead in the Western Conference Finals. Bundial, who picked the Lightning... isn't
going to last much longer.
No, they should be dropping out of that second spot any day now. Warren Sprocket, again, you guys have incredible names. I have no idea what that means. They picked the Oilers to win the cup, and they have, I believe, the highest amount of maximum possible points right there. So you got to think whoever wins this series, Edmonton, Dallas, that'll probably be very consequential in the outcome of the SLC Puck bracket challenge. So we'll just have to see. But I'll tell you what, whoever ends up, and I probably should have put that on the screen there. There it is. Whoever ends up winning the Western Conference in the Stanley Cup playoffs is headed into a buzzsaw, unfortunately. I think the Florida Panthers are leaps and bounds ahead of every other team in hockey. I don't think that's very deniable. Maybe it's just the fact they're playing a Hurricanes team that's not offering much resistance. I think they've outscored the Hurricanes like 16-3 in this series. They've got the Canes on the ropes.
Well, I was looking before we started recording. If they win tomorrow and win the series, the earliest they could possibly start playing in the finals is Saturday.
Right.
It's almost...
It's a big break.
Yeah, that's a big break. And my question to you yesterday was, what do you...
I think
is that going to have an effect on them for sitting so long, or
it could? Yeah, I think there's definitely something to it. I think that's always kind of a conversation piece that comes up, especially like in hockey playoffs, where like I think like rhythm and routine is like such a big.
Because right now they're strictly playing every other day.
Right.
You know?
I think that can really affect goaltenders more than anything. I think like especially. You know, I mean, the Panthers already have a really good goaltender in Sergei Bobrovsky. And I think when you sort of take them out of that rhythm a little bit and, you know, they're not seeing pucks at game speed, you know, on the same schedule, I think, you know, if there's an extended break and Bobrovsky's not seeing, you know, the same kind of game action, there's certainly a chance he could be out of rhythm when the finals do begin, should they advance, and they will. And should they play either Dallas or Edmonton, and who knows how long that series can go, right? Yeah. But it's like there's two sides of the coin here, Sam. All right, you know what I mean? Nothing's ever. There's nuance here, okay? Because there's also like an injury and recovery component to this, right? Florida might have a big advantage having that extra time to rest.
Time to rest.
Because it's a grind. These guys have been like you said, been playing like every other day. We're sitting here, it's May 25th for 6 weeks now. You know, playing through the Stanley Cup playoffs. I think that having a little bit of rest, I think is hard to complain about.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think the way Florida plays, Sam. They're so scary.
Yes.
Florida's such a scary team. They're terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Like they play so hard that, I mean, all anybody talks about is like how like relentless their forecheck is. Matthew Tkachuk took out somebody's head in it was Sebastian Aho. I don't know if you saw it, because there was that hit that that injured Sam Reinhart in game 2, and then Matthew Tkachuk, I think like first shift of the game, goes out and just lays the wood on Sebastian Aho, and like was doing this thing in the penalty box. Like, we remember what happens when you mess around with our team. Like they're scary dudes.
Yeah.
I got a tremendous compliment, by the way, this week. That just reminds me of something else.
That was gonna.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So if you guys follow me on SLC Puck on Instagram, we've rolled out a new series. It's called Men's League Mic'd Up. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. And yes, I'm talking to the fellas out there. It's almost June, which means it's almost wedding season. And I'm guessing some of you haven't popped the question yet. And why not? What's going on? Like, this person means everything to you. Are you afraid of commitment? Like, what's your problem? Are you looking for a ring, perhaps? Well, if that's your hang up, and let's just say maybe it is, that's probably all you're looking for. You love this person very much, and you can't wait to spend the rest of your life with them. I'll make it easy on you. All you got to do is scan this QR code right here, hit send on the message. You'll be entered into a drawing to win a $250 gift card from our good friends at Payne Anthony Creative Jewelers, Jonathan's Jewelry. Either spot, you can't go wrong either way, same ownership. You can win this $250 gift card and finally get the ring of your partner's dream. And if that's not good enough, I'll make it even easier on you lazy folks out there. All you got to do, who have been dragging your feet about commitment, not because you're lazy in any other way, is go to either one of these spots, Payne Anthony Creative Jewelers in Trolley Square or Jonathan's Jewelry up in Cottonwood Heights, and just mention SLC Puck. They'll knock $100 off your purchase. So again, pop the Q, get ready. It's the summer of love, baby. Let's get that ring on a finger. If you like it, you should have put a ring on it, is not what you're going to say, because you do like it and you are going to put a ring on it. Thank you to our good friends at Payne Anthony Creative Jewelers and Jonathan's Jewelry for their support of SLC Puck. And let's get back to the show. Mic'd Up Men's League. And you can see there's me and my team here. And I'll just say the team on the podcast. We're the Whiskey Deeks. There you go. I've been teasing it for weeks now. Yep. That's the name of our team. And there's this video here. I don't know if it'll play the audio. Oh, I don't have the sound turned on. Oh, here we go. Lots of fun here on the SLC Puck Instagram. Hit it. Yep, keep going. That's me. Yep, mic'd up in the men's league game. Got him lined up. Yo! Nope, I pulled up. It's no check. It's men's league. But the Fourth Line podcast, bunch of cool dudes. They do a podcast about the sort of the youth hockey scene here in Utah. They're like, forecheck has you looking like Matthew Tkachuk out there. I was like, yes, that's cool. I like you guys. That's cool. I appreciate that. I'll tell you who else I like, and and we'll just talk a little bit more about like the Utah Hockey Club community. Our good friend, I've met him briefly a couple times. He came in the studio while we were doing a Nashcast. Ryan Smith brought him in to say hey to Tyson and I, and to get some pictures taken. I believe his name is Braden Hawkenberry. If I say that wrong, I apologize. But you might know him on Twitter as Gangrene Utes fan, Sojo B-Man Ute fan. He is like a celebrity. You want to say a celebrity fan in the Utah Mammoth circles. But he hosted the first annual Clubbers Cookout on Saturday, and I was not able to attend, which I am so regretting that I didn't make things work. I really badly wish I had been there. Yeah. Next time they throw one of these, I'll for sure be there. But I want to just like give a shout out to Hawk here. Everybody just calls him Hawk. I'm going to call him Hawk.
There you go.
And because that's easier than getting his name wrong. First annual Clubbers Cookout. I mean, this was covered. This was a cookout that was covered on the news, Sam. I think ABC4 was there. They did a raffle for charity. I think Ryan Smith and the Utah Mammoth also provided support.
Yeah, I heard they sent a bunch of swag or something for people that were in attendance.
Yeah. So cool. Yeah, very cool. So this is like a grassroots movement here. They did $5 per plate. I love the Bart Simpson wearing Hawks iconic headband. We got to get him a headband, a Big Tusk Energy headband. I'd love to get that for him. But so stick taps to these guys. There's a lot of great pictures here from the cookout. The donors were there. We love our donors. Thank you so much, donors, for your support of SLC Puck. But yeah, they did a great job. They supported the Be the Hope Foundation. So again, ABC4 was there to cover that, and so yeah, big, very commendable what's happening.
Well, and they had I don't know the name of it, but one of the guys made your favorite treat that you get in Hawaii, with like the seaweed and the spam.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember who it was.
It was Matt who did that. Yeah, Matt.
He made, like, tons of them. I was like, Austin is missing out. He loves those.
I know. Yeah, yeah. My buddy Matt was the one who made those. So we'll maybe again maybe next time. Matt was at the Bricks Corner party. You might remember. So yeah, a lot of love from the Utah hockey community. But hey, it's a big day today, Sam, and I know we've already been celebrating. It's the 4th of July, 6 weeks early.
Yes.
For those of us who are hockey fans here in the good old US of A. But do you know why else today is a big day? May 25th, 5/25/25.
It's a really good day.
It's a really good day.
Yes.
Yeah. Why
are you?
Oh wait, I'm just noticing you have a hat.
I was
hat.
like, is that the direction we're going?
It is, sure is.
It's a really great person's 29th birthday today.
Oh my gosh, you know how he's younger than me? Are you kidding me?
Yes, he's 29. I can give you all the Wikipedia facts on him right now if you'd like.
Please do. Yeah, we're talking about Carel Vlasic, who apparently turns 29 today.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Veggie.
Do you know why he wears the number 70?
No, I don't.
This is going to make you feel old too.
Oh boy.
His parents were born in 1970, so it's like an homage to his parents.
What year were our parents born?
64 and 68. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool.
Yep.
Good to know.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. Do you know who he was drafted by?
I don't actually.
He was the 145th pick in the 2015 draft, I believe, to the Nashville Predators.
Okay.
Although he never played for them, he decided to be a free agent.
Okay. How often are you checking the Wikipedia for Carel Vlasic?
Not that often, but I did research today. He went back and played in the Czech Republic.
Okay.
For about 5 years, and then he started in the NHL actually with the Coyotes.
Right.
In 2021.
Because the Coyotes, I don't know if you knew this, Sam, but the Mammoth, they used to be the Coyotes.
Yes.
I don't know if you knew that.
But that was, so he's basically been with the same
organization
the entire time. So that was interesting. He also, do you know how well the Czech did last year in the World Championships?
I don't. Not offhand, Sam. Will you enlighten me?
They won the gold, so he was a gold medal winner last year. Yes,
wow, amazing.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's all your veggie facts for the day. We love veggie.
Veggie facts today, and he signed a 5-year contract extension. We're gonna be seeing a lot of veggie stopping a lot of rubber for years to come here in Utah. And
Veggie's welcome to come back to Utah now for the summer, so we can maybe run into him at Daybreak Lake or is that where he I don't know if that's where he's at. I think you've probably seen him hanging something on Instagram one day, and it was clearly Daybreak, and so I think that's where you'll find Veggie when he's in Utah. Gotcha. Speaking of veggies and the Daybreak Lake, they do like a pumpkin regatta there every year. They do some wild stuff in that pond. How fun would it be to see Carel Vlasic in the pumpkin regatta? And that would be a lot of fun, right? Yes. Well, I'm assuming, Sam, you know all these facts because you're a big Carel Vlasic fan. Yes. Is that right? We love Veggie. Veggie's great. So you're wearing the hat here. It's a big day too for our buddy Broccoli Brandon as well, who became a local. So many people are becoming local celebrities for their fanhood, right? Yeah. Hawk, Broccoli Brandon, Matt as well. Yep. It's a big day for him as well. I wonder how he's celebrating Veggie's birthday as well. So anyway, hopefully he's wearing the broccoli hat. He sleeps in it. Oh, wow.
And I think he wears it to church too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, and today's Sunday. So he could have worn it today too.
Today is Sunday,
Yes.
right? Well, I mean, we can close the book again. One more happy birthday to everybody's favorite vegetable, Carel Vlasic. We can close the book on the World Championships. The United States wins the gold medal. Great job by Josh Doan, Clayton Keller. Brain cramp here. Michael Kesselring, Logan Cooley. Thank you. I just had a brain cramp here. But I think it's just a matter of continuing to watch the Stanley Cup playoffs play out and kind of letting the rumor mill churn about what the Utah Mammoth could do this offseason. I think there's still, as we talk about, a lot of interesting possibilities here. Would love to get your guys' takes as well. Feel free to call in the SLC Puck hotline. That number is 919-666-PUCK-7825 to give your takes on what you think the Utah Mammoth should be doing this offseason.
We're a little over a month away from the draft. I
Right.
believe the draft is the 27th of June.
Yep.
So coming up.
Rumors are going to be heating up. I mean, we saw last year what a big draft night was for the Utah Hockey Club. They obviously swung the deals to bring Mikhail Sergachev here, drafting T. Jaginla. I believe John Marino was also acquired on draft day in trade. So it's going to be a busy month. And we'll let the rumor mills, as I said, kind of get churning here. I think free agency is going to be really interesting for the Utah Mammoth as well. I believe that opens on July 1st, as it did last year. So if I'm wrong, please check me on that one, chat. Mitch Marner's one that I'm kind of getting more on board with. I'll tell you that. I'm really choosing to live in the fantasy, and maybe this is something I should do when I play NHL 25, is sort of hop in the general manager's seat and see if I can make this happen. Yes. But I'm sort of dancing, really entertaining the possibility of them getting both of those guys. I don't know if that's I don't even know if that's feasible or possible. Yeah. We'll run the numbers on that just to see. But obviously, the thing to keep in mind, they have all this abundance of assets. They have the 4th overall pick. They have $22 million in cap space. That's enough to sign Marner, to re-sign Jack McBain, which is going to happen. It's some of the move. It's so funny that this team doesn't mind telegraphing some of their moves, right? Like Jack McBain's a restricted free agent, but Ryan Smith overtly said in the Mammoth name reveal press conference that he would be brought back. Yeah, and he was wearing a frickin' Mammoth jersey at the press. You're not gonna take these pictures of a guy wearing the Mammoth jersey and then gonna go. All right, see ya. Have fun playing for the Los Angeles Kings next year. Glad we got a jersey for you. Hang that up in your closet, kind of thing. And then they get Marner, they get McBain, and possibly get some money off the books by trading somebody else. There might be room for Tage Thompson's $7 million contract. So I think this is just the reality I'm choosing to live in for now. Just thinking about the possibilities. We'll continue to crunch the numbers here at SLC Puck. If there's one thing we do well here, Sam, it's crunch the numbers.
Yes.
And I say that as a joke. If it wasn't for the fact that today's episode was the same number 3 times, 111, I would have a hard time remembering. And if
it wasn't written on a whiteboard.
Yeah. If you guys notice, I am looking off camera. I'm not looking at Sam. I'm looking at a whiteboard that's on the opposite wall that's sort of giving me some bullet points to talk about, and I write the number of the episode in big letters and circle it so I can keep an eye on it. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning us into this Sunday's episode of SLC Puck USA all the way. Way to go, fellas. We'll be back with you on Wednesday. We're working on more stuff as we go. Don't forget to check out BigTuskEnergy.com for all your merchandising needs. Follow SLC Puck on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff, right? We got the handle at SLC Puck. And we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys.